through the smoke comes Sean Manaea, who over his last 5 starts is a 1.57 ERA and getting ready to face the Colorado Rockies tonight. So here is Blackmon, who's now 38 years old in his 14th year. He punches one past the mound. Lindor comes in to get it, and it's thrown to first in time, 1 away. So 1 out and nobody on for Ezequiel Tovar, and don't blink because he swings at just about everything. And he goes after a slider at his feet, and he strikes out for the 2nd out. So 2 out and nobody on, and now the Rockies all-star Ryan McMahon. McMahon breaks his bat and rolls one out to Iglesias. 1-2-3 from Manaea in the opening inning. Mets come to bat with no score.
And Tanner Gordon, the 26-year-old, Champaign, Illinois.
And really good in his first outing, which was last week.
Francisco Lindor leads it off.
2-2, and a fastball strikes out Lindor.
So here's Nimmo.
And it's a fly ball to center field. Brenton Doyle makes the catch. 2 gone with J.D. Martinez coming up.
And he does come inside, and he hit him. And J.D. will go to first base. So the Mets have their first base runner of the game.
So he's aboard with 2 out, and Pete Alonso coming up.
And that's strike 3. Alonso knows it, and what a start for Gordon. Couple strikeouts in the first inning.
And high. There's ball 4, and Rogers draws the walk with 2 outs.
So here's Michael Toglia, who has extraordinary power from both sides of the plate. 12 home runs this year and just 161 at bats.
This ball driven high and deep left field. Got a chance to fly. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Second deck for Big Mike. 2-0 Colorado.
It breaks a string of 15 consecutive scoreless innings for the Mets staff.
Mark Vientos, the batter, right-hand hitter.
Vientos gets a hold of one deep center field. Doyle goes back to the wall, and it's out of here. Mark Vientos gets a run back with a towering home run, his 12th of the year, and it's 2-1 Colorado. And that's driven to deep left by Iglesias, and that's going to tie the game. Jose Iglesias with his 2nd home run, his first at Citi Field, and the Mets get even 2-2. Back-to-back home runs for Vientos and Iglesias.
Just like that, 2-run homer for Toglia puts the Rockies on top. Back-to-back solo homers, Vientos and Iglesias. 2-2 as Bader bats with 2 out, nobody on here in the 2nd.
And Bader drives one deep left center. Back goes Hilliard near the wall, and it's out of here. Harrison Bader threes the charm, and the Mets go in front 3-2. Number 7 for Bader. 3 home runs for the Mets in a 4-batter span, and just like that, they've got the lead.
A solid single up the middle for Tovar with 2 outs. It's the Rockies' 2nd hit. Keeps the inning going. Ryan McMahon now will hit. Ryan grounded out to second base first time up.
He strikes out McMahon to end the inning. 3 strikeouts in the top of the 3rd for Manaea, and a 3-2 Met lead. 2 out and nobody on. Here's Francisco Alvarez, and Alvarez lines one to left, and coming on Hilliard, he misplays it, and it goes on by. And Alvarez will wind up at second base. Good effort by Hilliard, but there was no way he was going to catch that ball. And Alvarez winds up with a double instead of a single. So the Mets have a runner in scoring position. And here's Vientos, who hit one 408 feet into the seats in left center. And he lines one down the left field line. That's a fair ball bouncing into the corner. Alvarez will scurry home. Vientos heads to second, and it's 4-2 New York.
Oh, where's the button? That was easy. Sean Manaea has a 1-2-3 4th. 3.5 gone by in Queens. Mets up 4-2 on Colorado.
And the Mets have their first single of the night after 5 straight extra base hits. So the Mets have the leadoff man on in the 4th. And now Bader, who homered his first time up, his 7th of the year. Bader's only had 1 multiple home run game in his career, and it came 5 years ago for the Cardinals in 2019. That's drilled down the left field line, and he's got another multiple home run game. Harrison Bader clocks one out of here. A 2-run shot, his 2nd of the night. The Mets have hit 4 home runs in the first 4 innings, and they lead it 6-2, and Iggy loves every minute of it. The middle, a base hit for Nimmo. Lindor pulls in at second, so Brandon's got his first hit of the night. He now has a 7-game hitting streak, and the first 4 Mets have all reached base to start the 4th inning. That's going to be all for Tanner Gordon. Buddy Black on his way out to the mound, and now Peter Lambert will come on in relief for the Rockies. And that's outside ball 4, and that'll load him up for Alvarez. So Lambert, after striking out his first batter, walks Alonso.
Popped up foul ground. Michael Toglia with enough room. 2 outs.
Trying to keep the Mets from really blowing this open, but a challenge here. Mark Vientos.
High pop up left center field. It's going to stay in the ballpark.
Brenton Doyle calls off Sam Hilliard in left center, and after getting the early homer, the Mets leave him loaded.
So with 2 outs, Hilliard's aboard, and Charlie Blackmon will get a third look at Manaea.
Now the pitch. And it's in there. Strike 3 called. He got him with a fastball. Side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Middle of the 5th inning. It's the Mets 6 and the Rockies 2.
Iglesias has hit one of the Mets' 4 home runs tonight.
That's driven to deep left by Iglesias. Near the wall, it's out of here. For the first time in his career, Jose Iglesias has a 2 home run game. OMG! And it's 7-2 New York.
4th hit for the Rockies. First for McMahon tonight. Comes with 1 out here in the 6th. He'll get Elias Diaz up to the plate.
And he flies one out to center. That's pretty well hit. Back goes Bader onto the warning track. And a step from the wall. He's got it. 2 out.
Here's Doyle. First ball swinging. He launches one to left. Back goes Nimmo onto the track. Makes the catch. Side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left.
Brendan Rodgers will lead it off. A walk and a ground ball to third. Oh, this ball hammered deep left field, and this is going to get out. Brendan Rodgers snaps an 0 for 20 with a big fly, and it's 7-3.
Rockies grab a run on the home run from Rodgers, but Manaea proudly walking off the mound tonight. The Mets lead Colorado 7-3. A hand from Manaea. Manaea with a hand right back for the crowd. 6.5 gone by in Queens. Mets 7, Rockies 3.
Breaking ball misses high for ball 4, so Vientos draws the leadoff walk. Taylor runs for Vientos at first base. Taylor takes off. Diaz's throw is a good one, and he got him. Perfect throw by Diaz. Mets are going to challenge the call. I think by the time he actually made contact with Taylor, Taylor's hand was on the base.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. New York, the loser, challenge.
That's got him that time. Wow. That's a called strike 3. You know what? I'm glad it was strike 3, but Iglesias, he does have an argument.
And now Carlos Mendoza has been ejected. Wow, here comes Mendoza to fly out of the first base dugout. Meanwhile, Bud Black's going to change the pitcher, and Carlos Mendoza is hot. Extending his left hand up to say to Rehag, hey, the catcher caught it up here. And now Carlos, whoa, somebody lit a match under Mendoza.
Well, that's as fiery as we've seen Carlos Mendoza since becoming Mets manager.
We go to the 8th at Citi Field. Mets 7, Rockies 3. 8th inning, Mets 7, Rockies 3. New pitcher on is lefty Jake Diekman.
Blackmon is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. And for Diekman, of course, the big key is throwing strikes.
And Charlie hits this ball well to right, really well. And this one's going to get out. What's in the air tonight? Second deck for Blackmon. Homers galore. 5th of the year for Chuck Nasty, and the Rockies within 3.
And he's going to give up extra bases to Ezequiel Tovar as he yanks it down the left field line. Ezequiel stops at second.
Tovar at third. Blackmon a homer earlier in the inning. And this ball's driven high in the air, deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Here come the Rockies. It's a 1-run game. Brent Doyle's 7th homer in the month of July.
It's the most home runs in any major league game this year.
Brandon Nimmo 1 for 4, the batter.
And this is popped up. Mack hoping for a play near the tarp. Look out. He got it. He got it.
Oh, my, Mack.
Don't look out for the tarp. Just climb the tarp.
Ryan McMahon with a dandy to end the 8th inning.
9th inning. Edwin Diaz is on to bid for his 10th save of the year.
He hasn't pitched in 3 days, but it seems like he's been up and needed almost every day. And this is one of those games that team needs and Diaz needs. 1 run here in the 9th.
So 2 walks in the inning after 2 were out. And the Rockies now have the tying and go-ahead runs on base. And Ezequiel Tovar coming up.
He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Diaz threw his best slider to end it. And the Mets, in a game that featured 9 home runs, hang on to win it 7-6.